What is going on, everyone? VladKilljoy back again with another video. I want to start off and say I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded in about a week. I was out of town for Thanksgiving, and I hope all y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, had a lot to eat. But with that being said, while I was gone, a lot of information came out about Chapter 3 and also the end event for Chapter 2. Don't worry, I will give y'all a heads up on spoilers when we get to that section. I'm gonna have it at the end of the video. I'll give y'all a little while to, click off the video if y'all don't want the live event spoiled. It's not too much. It's just, little information here and there about the event. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, for starters, let's go ahead and go over some of the stuff that has already came out that y'all already know about, but I'm gonna cover it anyway. So for starters, the Flint Knock, it's been unvaulted. I'm so happy that it got unvaulted and that the launcher did not, even though the launcher is going to be coming back at the last week of the season. Everything that lost the vote will be returning to the game the very last week for a wild week. We have our first wild week this week. How many times can I say week in the same sentence? It's probably going to be over by the time that this video actually goes live. Strike from the Shadows week. In Strike from the Shadows week, running from 9 a.m. ET on November 23rd to 9 a.m. ET on November 30th, the Paper Bomb Kunais, Shadow Stones, and Shadow Floppers are going to be all over the place. They're going to be spawning in floor loot spawns. They're just going to be everywhere. So have fun with it. Be all ninja-like, Shadow Stone, pass people, come out of it, throw your kunais, and get out. It's been kind of fun the little bit that I've played with it. All right, either on the 30th or on the 1st of December, we'll have the final wild week, which will have all the lost vote items returned to the game. Now, since we're speaking about voting and the Flint Knock won this past week, I think 2 weeks ago, it got unvaulted. I want to kind of go off of that. So Chapter 3, there's a new weapon being added to the game, and it looks similar to the Flint Knock. It has a clip size of 5, fire rate of 1, damage of 27 to 32 depending on the rarity, and it is in common to legendary. The headshot multiplier is ×4. The reload time is 5.5 seconds to 6.5 seconds. It has a double weapon delay of 1.25 seconds, and it pushes you back/up. A lot like the Flint Knock, but the thing I want to kind of look deeper into is the double weapon delay. A lot of people are probably thinking that that's probably just kind of like the double pump is, where if you swap to another shotgun, it has kind of a long delay before you can fire it again. However, from the map that we looked at on the inside source that we have, right? He mentioned something about pirates and vaults returning, and also the Pirate King having a mythical Flint Knock pistol called the Yeet Knock pistols, which is a dual wield Flint Knock. So that mythical item could be what they're working on for the first season of Chapter 3. Just my idea. I guess we'll see here in 4 days from this recording anyway. By the time it goes live, it'll be 3 days before the event happens. 2 days before the event happens. I don't know. It'll be sometime. Moving on. All right. Donald Mustard tweeted out this little video that I'm gonna show y'all right now.
So one of my most favorite characters in all of Fortnite, especially in Chapter 2, is Agent Jones. And just so much fun that we get to have with that awesome character. I love the idea of this person who works for the Imagined Order and believes in what they're doing and has worked with them for a long, long time. And every time they have to go into the loop for some reason, they leave a snapshot of themselves. And that's why we have all these different kind of versions of Jones that we've seen through the years. But I love that we've been able to build up to that big moment in Season 5, especially where he's bringing all these different hunters in from all these realities, and then finally he's just sick of it. And he realizes that what he's been doing was wrong, and goes to get the help of the Seven. And there's a lot more in store for Agent Jones. So I did this quick sketch of one of my favorite outfits of Jones.
And we all know Donald Mustard loves to tease things. And as you've seen right there at the end of that video, that was a picture of Jonesy that we haven't seen before. So he could be showing us one of the first Battle Pass skins of Chapter 3, being Prisoner Jonesy. Quite an interesting look at it. Also, we know that Donald Mustard loves to tease things in the background of his Twitter videos, right? And if you look in the background, we can see C-3PO and Darth Vader. Two skins that haven't released yet. We know that they love doing things with Star Wars. So we could probably see Darth Vader and maybe even CP3O come to the game sometime during Chapter 3. Might not be Season 1, but I promise you it'll be sometime during Chapter 3. Donald Mustard knows what he's doing, all right? He always teases things just like this. It's gonna happen. It's not a issue on if, it's when. Moving on to some new news. New news? So it's been confirmed that our first flying animal, first flying animal of Chapter 3 will be seagulls. And with this, it was also mentioned that they will be spawning in like tropical areas. So we could see possibly a tropical and or beach themed POI on the Chapter 3 map. Probably for sure going to see that since we know the seagulls are coming. So we could probably see a tropical and beach POI and or come to Chapter 3. More than likely on the first season of Chapter 3. With Chapter 3 right around the corner, I want to go ahead and forewarn you guys, because maybe y'all started on Chapter 2. Go ahead and take pictures of all your settings before the event happens this Saturday, okay? I don't know if I mentioned it in my last video, but the event will be on the 4th, not the 5th. They actually pushed it back a day and gave us 225,000 XP. So make sure you take pictures of your settings, because the last time we went from Chapter 1 to Chapter 2, our settings got completely reset and we had to go back and change all through it. And if you're anything like me, if your sensitivity is just like 1% off, it messes with it, right? Like you can't hit a shot. It might just be me. It might be all in my head. I don't know. I feel like it messes me up even if it's like 1% off. So as you know, there is the timer going right now in game, and it's over there by Pleasant, by the new base that they're building right outside of Pleasant Park. It's kind of in a weird location because we all thought that the event was going to happen in the middle of the map, but it's not. It's over there at Pleasant. Like, why is it over there at Pleasant? So we actually had someone put the Chapter 2 map and the Chapter 1 map on top of each other, and right where the countdowner is, it lines up perfectly where the 0 point at Loot Lake was on the Chapter 1 map. Could just be a coincidence. I'm gonna mention it just in case if it isn't. I want this to be recorded just in case if I'm right about some kind of event that happens besides the event that we already know that's happening. Additionally, for all you old gen players out there, old gen console, so you know, PlayStation 4 and whatever the Xbox is, I'm not a Microsoft dude. I like my Sony devices, right? So for you old gen console players, do not worry about Chapter 3 messing with your performance with it going to the new Unreal Engine 5. Unreal Engine 5 will not mess with your performance at all. If anything, it's actually going to make your performance better because it takes a lot less to do what it needs to do versus the Unreal Engine 4, which is what we're currently running on. So with this new engine, everything should run a bit smoother, performance should be better, and you shouldn't see an issue going into Chapter 3 if you're still playing on old gen consoles. Because I understand you know, PCs are expensive and it's really hard to get new gen consoles right now. So if you're still playing on old gen, don't worry about that. One last thing before we start talking about the live event, okay? Apparently sometime during Season 1 of Chapter 3, we're going to have a mini event, a mini live event that's going to happen during the first season of Chapter 3. That's all we know about it. We don't really know anything else besides that it's going to happen during season 1. But yeah, I found that kind of interesting, and I thought I'd share it with you guys as well. Something to look forward to on top of everything else that we have to look forward to, right? That's going to be it for this portion of it. We're going to get into the spoilers now for the live event. I'll give y'all 3 seconds. 2, 1. All right, let's get into the event spoilers. All right, so there's a couple things that we know, right? Apparently, some point in the event, we're supposed to have slippery feet. Slippery feet. Don't know why, but we are. All right. I know that's not a big spoiler, but I got 2 more for you, right? So there's going to be different like phases during this event, right? Phase 1 is going to be the attack phase, where the Cube Queen is going to unleash her army of the dead or whatever they are, zombies and whatever. But with this, she's also going to bring out a bunch of caretakers. You know, there's big dudes that are, you know, roaming around the map right now. There's only one that's roaming around the map, but really scary dude, you know, really big, makes crazy noises when you get close to him on the map. Anyway, there's supposed to be like 5 or 6 of them. So that's going to be insane. You're only going to have a pistol and an AR to be able to take them down. And with that, you're going to be able to have 16 people on your team, I guess, when you go to load up for the event. Additionally, phase 2 is called the breach phase, where we're apparently going to be rising up from the water to do something. We don't know what. All we know is that at some point we are going to rise up from the waters and possibly start our own counterattack. I don't know. We'll just have to see come this Saturday. You don't want to miss it. 4 p.m. Eastern time, Saturday, December 4th. Don't miss it. It's going to be insane. All right. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I will see y'all in the next video, which will probably be the live event, honestly. So if you do miss the live event, it will be right here on my channel as soon as the live event's over. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in chapter 3. Bye. 14 kill. Okay.